There you go.
Hey, this is Becoming Her Magazine. I'm Jasmine, the co-founder.
And I am Crystal Jordan, the co-founder of Becoming Her Magazine. And today we're interviewing Queen Ruthie.
How you doing? How are you liking the funk fest?
Good, I'm loving it. You know, I love music, so I keep it funky, you know.
All right, so the first question. What does Becoming Her mean to you?
Ooh, that's a good question. Wait, y'all got me on the spot a little bit. I think kind of what I do or what I'm about, you know, like becoming, but also I am a her.
Right.
So always evolving and, you know, becoming whatever you want to be, like not necessarily being stuck in a box or being told what you have to do or what you can do. So becoming her to me is like just a simple statement, like you're becoming, but also her, like whatever you want to become.
Yeah.
And it's not really a end all, tell all. So I'm excited about becoming her and everything that you all have going on and now and in the future.
Yes, thank you so much.
So my question is, when did you know you became her? When was that moment that you knew you was her?
Heavy hitters.
You know what? Honestly, people don't talk about this, but honestly, when I went through like a high key depression and I reevaluated other people and my surroundings, you know, in my atmosphere, and I realized who I really am, because a lot of times we focus on what other people want us to be or what we think we should be and not really become her. We become an it, or we become a thing or an item or something that we think we're supposed to be, and not necessarily. We might be running from our destiny or what we really are supposed to become. And so for me, I think it was kind of like around COVID time, maybe more so a little bit before COVID. I was in a phase of transitioning from being a full-time professor to more so my own business and things that I really wanted to do. So I felt like I had the opportunity to, I've already had some like years and time or kind of like push in the game or in whatever industries I'm in or want to be in, and figured out my niche or my zone or my own lane. So I think COVID really helped us either decide to like crawl in and kind of cry or fall and crumble, or like really step out and be like, this is who I am, this is what I'm going to do. Think about it more and actually do it.
Yep.
That was a good catch. Yeah. Like, I'm Kobe. Raise to Kobe. Quick with the hands. I agree. I think my becoming her moment is right now. When we started the magazine, I have been becoming her. I've been repositioning myself to be who I want to be and who I want my nieces to look up to me.
I agree with that. This has really pushed me out of my comfort zone. So like Crystal said, I am becoming her through this magazine. In our meeting,
me and her are like kind of the same. I'm like half her and half her. I've learned.
Yes.
So we're introverts, but when I need to be, I'm an extrovert.
Yep.
But a lot of times, and I love that y'all are together, because a lot of times us as women, like we talked about, you don't have that other half that can really help you to either pull it back a little bit or rank it up, you know, when you need to turn it up, you know what I'm saying? So having that yin and yang or that like balance really does help in y'all situation. But for me, I've learned to, I feel like I had to kind of do it for myself, to be the introvert and extrovert at the same time, or when needed.
Yeah.
You know, every time we don't necessarily need to be quiet or we don't need to be turned up all the time. And I've learned how to balance the two. So I think that's a big part of my becoming her, like that balance.
Yeah.
Well, she is my balance. She do pull me back when I'm doing too much.
Oh, she's my balance too. Because if it was up to me, I'd have been like, I'm cool. I can sit on the couch.
And I tell her, no ma'am, that's not good enough. We're a magazine. We have to keep pushing ourselves to be the best
and
that
we are.
Can be.
And we are. So last question. What is next for Queen Ruthie? Not a ladybug.
It came on her? A ladybug on her? Look, I'm all about love. Ladybugs represent love, right? So fly on me. But next for me is more so focusing on anything that I want to do. In the past, I feel like I've done a lot of things that I kind of needed to do or felt like I had to do.
Yeah.
And I didn't even necessarily have to do everything. Or sometimes we do things that we don't necessarily want to do sometimes to get to where we want to go. So I think I'm in that, like, I told myself I wanted to be retired fully by 35, but COVID happened.
Yeah.
So my new goal is now 40. I'm not there yet, but my birthday is coming up August 30th. But birthday shout out. But so this year especially, I wanted to, how do I put this? Focus on happiness,
Yes.
love, success, peace, leveling up, and I'm doing a lot of things in the media industry. My internship company, I have Yes, Your Every Solution Incorporated, which is a media agency. I have my Yes interns and my Yes modeling agency. So focusing more on the like intern and modeling part, because I think I did a lot in the media. Now it's time for me to focus on everything. And everything is under Young Educate Society, which is my nonprofit, where I provide scholarships, internship opportunities, and study abroad opportunities. Or when students need to live somewhere else for their internships and can't afford it, I provide a lot of money and resources or connections in that way. So I want to just get more sponsorships for that, as well as grants and more grants, but also more partnerships. I do a lot of stuff with TV, radio, magazines, music, colleges, communities, politicians. So I want to just, increase that and not limit myself.
Yeah.
I love that.
love it.
I love that you're not limiting yourself and you being who you want to be. So what advice can you give a young girl looking up right now watching this video?
Yeah. Okay. I know. It's a heavy hitters. I know it's a heavy hitters.
Y'all got the questions. Okay. I would say, like, personally, I never really seen anybody that looked like us.
Period.
TV, even radio, listening.
Or magazines.
Magazines, right. Like, I found out recently watching a documentary that Whitney Houston was the first black model on 17 magazine.
Wow.
That was the 80s, 90s.
Right.
So that shocked me. And just seeing how we're still getting the first of black owned and black women owned anything. So I think for a younger girl coming up, I want them to know that there are people out there that look like us. That's more of what, maybe I should answer. That's what I'm doing, stepping out more in the forefront. That's what this is, because I prefer behind the scenes. But now I'm getting more out there to show that, hey, I did it, or I have mentors that have done it. And we've had to fight to find those mentors, to find those women or people that look like us. So I don't want that to be the trouble or the struggle for the younger generation, or the next, the next Ruthie, the next Jasmine, the next Crystal, Shantavia, the next whomever. I don't want anyone to feel like I felt, even as a really, really little girl. I remember how I felt not really seeing us. And then when I do see somebody look similar to me or sound like me or my mom or whatever, being like overly like too excited. It shouldn't be like that. Like, you should be excited to see somebody, but not like, oh my gosh, I didn't know we existed.
Right.
For real. So
We really don't exist in media because of colorism.
Yep.
Especially people that look like Jasmine.
yeah, that's true. But there's a lot of different colorism. There's a lot of financial levels of things. There's educational levels of biases, and there's religious biases, there's zone biases, there's location biases, there's international biases. People really need to branch out and not just stay in their area or in their bubble or their industry. Like, we need to, like, I'm a whole professor, I'm in journalism, I'm in business, music, education, politics. We need to do many different things. Athletics, it's not anything that you can't do. So I think that Becoming Her is really that, something that really will help people to open up and think about more what they want to do and what they want to become, instead of just being okay with being complacent and staying in their same lane or amongst their same peers.
I love that. Exactly. I agree with that. It's all the mindset. If you want to become her, you have to put the steps forward to become her. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We really enjoyed this interview.
Yes.
And we are becoming her magazine. And what is your Instagram so they can follow you?
Yes.
Oh yes, Queen_Ruthie_LA1908. So it's Queen Ruthie LA1908. If you type in Queen Ruthie RUTHIE, you'll find me. I look just like my picture. You know, some people don't look like their picture, and I follow back.
She do follow that.
Yes, she does. Thank you so much, Queen.
Thank you so much.